Okay, rocking out a live feed. Brisbane with the blur. We've got the blur. With my main man, the ultimate professional, Lee Lynch.
Hello, hello, hello.
Look at this. This is this is gold. I'm glad I'm in an automatic. He's been into the doctors this morning to get the plaster cast removed, and now he's got the, what would you call that, man?
The temporary Kevlar type cast.
Temporary Kevlar type cast, which is really, really cool because he just banged up his wrist and arm and all that sort of stuff, doing some weird, actually it was on the retreat, wasn't it?
It was on the retreat.
It was on the retreat. My mum's on, of course. My mum's hanging for me to get home. I'm coming home, mum. He's taking me to the airport.
Yeah.
We might not make it because we've been having some great conversations this morning. More, you nearly call them planning sessions, because when we do get together and we do chat, like it's higher level conversations. It's like all about how can we like build on what we're doing, but really, I don't know, what would you say? Work out like how to impact more people, I think that is.
Add more value. More wide value. More
wider value, but to a more targeted, and this is what it is, a more targeted like group, would you call it, or genre? It's not a genre.
No, group's nicer.
Group's nicer. We've got some cool people jumping on the live feed. This is 10 minutes on the way to Brisbane Airport because I'm on my way to Cairns. Going home, mum, so I'll be home soon. See you hiding on there, Ricky. Say hi. But anyway, Ads Mac, Manny McKee, and my mum. Say hi. Throw us some quick questions while I'm with Mr. Lee Lynch.
Don't hide.
Absolutely don't hide. Do what you... Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're doing what we can to add value every minute of the day. I'm seriously in the zone then. I'm just going to go into something then. Yep. We're just out having, what do you call it, brunch with Mr. Lunch and Mrs. Lunch. I had to throw it. No, but we're out there then, and something I do sometimes at cafes or wherever I go, I spend a lot of time like meeting a lot of people. As I put them on the spot, I put the waitress on the spot. This was really cool what happened here. And I put her on the spot, I'm like, yeah, I do want something, but you got to sing it to me. Yeah, that's right, sing it to me. And I've been put on the spot sometimes because a few of them have gone back and they've sung. Other girls have run away. One guy freaked out, and I think he like is still running, and some of them have sung. But I put this girl on the spot, and it was really cool. Because she's like, "What? No," very uncomfortable. But then she come back and started asking questions. See this, the first. Awesome, Steve. Thanks for being on, brother. Yeah, awesome to be back. But what is it? 3 things in 4 seconds. Something we teach on the Team Beast Mode International Retreat. True, man.
True.
Yeah, so how was my first 4 seconds with that girl? What did I do straight away? What did I bring to it?
Instantly you bought rapport, and then you asked for an exchange of value.
I was like instant. My energy was up. I was like, I had 4 seconds to go. Boom, boom, boom. Build rapport. She then came back to me because I obviously built that rapport, that trust in 4 seconds. I was sharp as a tack. I knew what my intent was going in there. I set the intention. All right, she's going to sing. She's going to see that I've got great energy. I am confident. I have belief in myself and what I'm doing. So what it is, Ricky wants me to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. How I wonder how fucked you are. No. See what this is. The first 4 seconds. 3 things in 4 seconds. Then she came back to me. This is great. This is gold for any of you. Networkers, yes?
Oh yeah, big time.
Big time. Energy, what you bring. Aaron, how are you, man? Aaron's on.
Aaron, good to see you, bro. When's your shoulder surgery?
Yeah, Cal Lunch is on. Cal Lynch is on.
Oh,
this finally. Is finally. She's going to do a live stream this afternoon. No matter how awesome she doesn't feel, it's going to happen. But this is what it is. The first 4 seconds, the girl come back to me, and I say, girl, she's a lovely young lady. Asking questions. All right, what did she do? You got great confidence and all this sort of stuff. She goes, I'm actually the owner of this cafe. And I'm like, why are you out here wiping the tables down, serving customers? She loves what she do. But then, because she trusted me straight away, guess what? She asked more questions, do the usual thing, add her on Facebook. What do you do for business? All that. Total conversation starter. And you would agree, man. I've got to bring you into this because I always talk and there's some cool people get...
Well, I am driving as well, so yeah. What are we talking about?
Aaron just called that black member.
Black member. Fucking hell, AP. Way to take it off topic, mate.
Oh, wow. But we've got Matty Ferg jumping on. Matty Ferg, legend, man. Hoping to catch you next week in Melbourne if everything goes to plan. But yeah, like, the first 4 seconds, man, how important it is in... I'm not going to say what we do, because we do a lot of things. We are passionate about a lot of stuff that we do. But first 4 seconds, man, how important is that when you're meeting someone or wanting someone to buy into what you're doing, or to even have a conversation with someone?
Well, it's huge, isn't it? Because you've got to instill confidence in the person straight away. You've got to, like I said, you've got to build the rapport. You've got to instill the confidence in them that you've got the honesty and the integrity to be able to portray what it is you're trying to get across to them. Whether it's a matey type basis or you're going into it purely for business, you've got to be able to... That instantaneous, I keep going back to it, it's instantaneous rapport. If you can't do that with body language and your words, then you're not going to get anywhere. It's pretty simple.
No, that's so true too. And like, I did a live feed earlier about how I was feeling shit when I got off the plane. But it's so important to show up all the time. If I'm wanting to portray that person of great energy consistently, and I want people to be attracted to whatever I'm doing, if I have that one moment, I don't know how the live feed's going to go here in the tunnel, guys,
right.
But if I don't have that one moment where I do have that, I'm going to say ideal client if you want to be, if I can't be that best person in that first 4 seconds, what's the point? What is the point? I might as well just not bother. So for me, every interaction is so important. Every communication that I have with someone is so important. And look at this, I am ridiculously tired, but I can turn this shit on in a switch because it's so important to me. I'm so tapped into my why. Why am I having this communication with this person? What was my intent for this communication? And it was, yeah, I might have went in there and said, hey, can you sing for me? Taken away, a bit of humor there, something you can build a rapport with. But that's really, really important in what we do. And it was really cool to have Cal there and Lee there and Summer. Of course. Building first 4 seconds with kids is fantastic, guys. It's important. But for you, what was your takeaway from that for you and Cal with what you are about targeting, say, I'm going to say a hardcore section of society?
I tell you what, it was actually a lesson. It was a massive lesson, and that was, so Steve was adding value to someone else's life, but us being able to sit back and watch what was going on, and the quick building of the rapport and the energy he was bringing to the conversation is huge, because then we were able to sit back and go, well, how would we apply this to, I mean, we deal mainly with professionals, and that end of society where that first 4 seconds is extremely important, because if we go in and we don't make an impression immediately and add value and energy into the conversation, they're not going to be interested in what it is that we've got to say. So, biggest takeaway, energy. The amount of energy you give away immediately to build that bond and the trust between the person is absolutely huge. That was my big takeaway from it, because that cold conversation changed. Like, I thought it had flatlined after about 30 seconds, but then it went next level about 2 minutes after. So there you go. Yeah.
That is perfect. That is perfect, because what he said there, if flatline, there was a perceived flatline, because I actually made her think. She's like, holy shit, why is he so confident? She's gone and asked herself these questions herself. I didn't go approach her again. I didn't go back and chase her. It's like anything, and like if you're in network marketing or you want someone in your business, if it doesn't work out, do you go and chase them then? But they've got that first impression of like, nah, this guy's come across sleazy. This guy's a tripper. This guy's... No. She went back. Doesn't happen all the time, guys. But my energy was the first thing I brought to it. She's gone back. She's like, I've got to ask this guy more questions. What does he do? Why is he so interested? Why does he want me to sing? That was random, but he's like that. And she came back with it. She came back and she started asking questions. She's like, why? What is it you do? Why are you so confident? See how it works, guys? So any of you guys on here doing Isogenics, doing Nerium, doing, what do we got? doTERRA. I know all your companies, guys. OneCoin. OneCoin.
Alignment.
All plugs here, but this is what it's about. You can spend all the time in the world following up, but if you can be that very sharp, high energy, it doesn't have to be high energy like rah, rah, rah. Confidence, self-belief in what you are talking about, the intention you set. My intention was to get it to open dialogue. Simple. What did I leave with? Add it on Facebook. What do you do? she asked these questions. What do you do? Not like, hey, I do this. Do you want to know? She asked me what I did. See how that's just broken down walls. First 4 seconds, guys. I built rapport. I don't know if she was single or not, so if that was her intention, I don't know. But see how it works, guys. So many levels. Holy shit, that's bright. On so many levels, guys, you can look at it as a business perspective. You can look at it as a relationship. You can look at it from so many angles. But how you show up in that interaction, that first 4 seconds, is absolutely critical. Yes, you can turn it around, but like Lee said, there was a spot there where she had to go away, but her mind was like, I don't know what was in her head. I can read people a little bit, but the way she came back, my first 4 seconds, the intent I set for that was spot on. I got the result that I was after. I added her into my network. Result achieved. Everything I do is for a result. You set an intention, it's to get a result. So true. And then, I don't know.
Here's a question for you. Would you say the intention was initially to add value to her, push her outside her comfort zone, to make her look at herself, and then, so the initial intent was to add value into that person's life as opposed to adding something into your life? Because let's face it, if you added some value into her life and got her thinking and walked away with nothing, well then that's cool, you've still added something into her life.
I go into every interaction to make people smile. Simple. Unless I'm on Facebook and I tell you I get aggressive, perceived aggression, to get a reaction. There's two things. But realistically, at the end of the day, like, you're right. There was a minor intention there was, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to put a smile on her face. Simple as that. I'm just going to get her outside her comfort zone and she's going to have a little laugh or a little giggle there. But I'll be honest, my actual intention every time I bring that up in a cafe is I want to get this person, if they react a certain way into my business, I'm going to make her react. I set that intention. And when I say my business, my network, I'm just simple as that. If she doesn't get involved in anything I do, that's cool. But now she knows about what I'm about. She knows I've got great energy. So I do set that intention to say I want her, if it's not her, her friends, her family, every time. She was very curious, Cal, and now you guys are going to visit that cafe, and guess what?
Well, we do visit that cafe anyway, so
they already visit that cafe? Has anything like that ever happened in that cafe?
No, but I've never seen her there before, so...
But she's the owner.
Yeah, well, there you go. I think it might be new owners.
There you go. But see, now they're going to go back to that cafe, and I've just set it up. She might ask about me and what I'm doing, but Cal and Lee Lynch have got amazing energy too. Like, they've given me a massive spark today. So they're going to go back there now, and the owner's going to be there, and she's going to have questions. Whether she asks or not, I don't know. She might sing. We don't know this, but you see what here? It's a seed is planted. You don't know. She might want other things, like, I don't know. What do we got? Never, but it definitely. I have started something. I did this as well, and I don't know if Mr. J. Arnold will be on here. But I went to the Sunshine Coast as well and did this exact same thing. Same cafe that they go to over and over. I went in there and did something different. Got someone out of her comfort zone. What happened is, I got a message a week later. They went back to the cafe and they signed 2 people that were in that cafe into their business because they were curious about what was going on. What was all that commotion, if you want to call it, all them people laughing and that. It's getting people curious about what you're doing. If they ask the questions, guess what? You've broken down a barrier. So I'm going to wind it up now. It's been an amazing morning here. Like I say, I did a video on a live feed earlier about getting off the plane feeling like shit and showing up to be the best feeling shit version of myself today. And guess what? I've put smiles on people's faces. People have had massive value added to their day. I've had massive value added to my day. I've learned stuff today.
Likewise.
And it's just lunchtime, man. So see what can happen.
It's just lunchtime.
It's just Lee lunchtime.
Fucking smart.
I'm gonna let Lee Lynch wind it up. Do you know what? I'm gonna tell you, where did Lee Lynch come from? Here we go. Even though it's funny, on the Team Beast Mode International Retreat. This is not a plug unless you want it to be a plug, but you can come and read the book for proof. There you go. And if you want to read the book, you got to come. You got to get an inbox. Send me an inbox. Why do you want to come to Team Beast Mode International Retreat?
Nice.
What a call to action. Beauties and the Beast coming up. But in our workbook, yes, we have a workbook. We learn differently. We teach differently. the workbook. I'm pretty sure it's in the contents. We've got Lee Lynch has got his page, a background, like a bit of a blog on the amazing journey that he's been down and what he can bring to add value as a coach, as a leader, as a trainer. But in the contents, his name is Lee Lynch.
And I proofread it. That's the worst part.
He was the one who set up the books. But on that, I'm going to let Lee wind this up, man. It's been amazing spending the morning with you, man. You push me every day. We've got a great partnership going on here. It really is awesome in the mastermind in Team Beast mode. But on a personal level too, like we push each other. We've got amazing energy. You too, Cal, that's on there. I'm going to let you wind this up, man. There's some comments coming through. What do we got here? True, mate. It's never about selling. It's just about showing up each time and having a passionate conversation, adding value to someone's life and making them feel great in your presence without even trying to sell something. Terrible word trying, but you're right. Trying to sell something, you're going to keep trying. But I'm going to let you wind it up, man, when you drop me off here at Brizzy Airport.
How am I going to wind this up? How am I going to wind this up?
All right, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to wind it up. Here we go. What do you want people to do? What's next? Well, why do we want to have these conversations with people? Why do we want to have great energy all the time? Why do we want people in our environment? Why and what is this great environment?
We want people to...
In 30 seconds.
We want people to get off their asses and do something with their life. We want people to improve their lives, create total balance and domination in their lives so they can actually do something and not feel like the world's fucking watching them and critiquing them and all the rest of it. They need to get off their asses, think about themselves, think about adding value to other people. And in turn, man, you're going to improve your life massively. So, yeah, I guess the message is get the hell off your ass, step outside your comfort zone, and enjoy life a little. Because it's about enjoying life.
And where can these people go to start this journey, man? You've got some cool stuff going on. You and Cal, like, what was that? You've got that program going at the moment. Yep. What was that called?
Your Mind and Body Project, which is awesome, man. We're pushing people through really creating a better identity around their health, because let's face it, man, we're fit and healthy. We know how to work out. We know nutrition. We know what to do. But the big problem is people don't know what their identity is, and their old identity gets stuck in this new body, and it snaps back to the old identity quickly and they lose all their results. So we're about changing that identity up for people to allow them, to empower them, to move them forward, and fucking, you know, this flows into everywhere in life. They create a better life for themselves.
Cal Lynch is going to post a link in there for these guys' tribes. I think that's going to be a great idea, Cal. I see you've posted up there. Check it out, because this is what it's about too, is creating them environments, getting the message out that there is better ways to go about life, guys. Something about it. And we were even talking about this. I know you were winding up then, but this has come up before. The last week and a half, I've only trained like twice. But I am like ripped up still. And I'm happy to say that, because like body image is massive for me. And I'm like, well, why is that? And Cal pointed it out. Well, because I've stepped into that identity. I show up every day, and guess what? Your mind is powerful. So without training even, I've just maintained what I've got. There's something to finish the live stream. Thanks, Lee, for being on, man.
Thanks, Steve. Been a brilliant morning. Brilliant 8 hours.
It has, man. Is that how long it's been? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We have rocked out so much. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
How I wonder what you are. Leave that one with you.
I don't know the rest of it. You'll have to sing that to me in a private one there, Angel or Ricky. I know you will. But anyway, finish it there. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Everyone's on the right frequency. What is the other one? Your Ultimate Life.
Project Unknown.
Project Unknown. There is a better way than knowing Project. There you go. There is always a better way. I am Steve Mack. That is Lee Lynch. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Who gives a fuck who the fuck you are? No, that's not what it is. I had to finish with a swear, but thank you, everyone. I am going back to Cairns. I'll do another live feed, better way, coming up. Have an amazing afternoon.
See you guys. Enjoy.
Aliens.
Alien emoji.